If you're a mid-level to C-suite leader who wants to own your growth and figure out your next small brave move to achieve your leadership goals, you are in the right place. Welcome to the Small Brave Moves podcast, a weekly deep dive on how to be braver in leadership and in life for exceptional results. I'm your host, Nicole Bianchi, best-selling author, certified master executive coach, NSA certified speaking professional, chief bravery officer, and tough talk expert. If you're ready to become a better, braver, and more authentic leader, let's dive in. Hello, friends and brave leaders. Today, we're talking about a commonly misunderstood concept in leadership, executive presence. It's something that's tough to define, but everyone feels it when it's there. I think it's easy to picture someone walking into the room with a commanding voice, a crisp suit, and a take charge energy. And that's one form of executive presence, but it's only half the story. The best leaders I know embody a balance. They know when to be decisive, clear, and firm, and they also know when to be empathetic, collaborative, and deeply human. Real executive presence is a powerful, magnetic quality that makes people lean in when you speak. It's a combination of calm, confidence, clarity, and a command that says, you can trust me to lead you through anything. But it's not just about polish, posture, or projection. It's also about presence with people. Because the best leaders don't just lead the room, they lead the humans in it. And when it comes to leadership presence, I've seen two extremes. So on one side, there's that hard edge leader, that decisive, confident, results driven. They push, they challenge, they deliver. Believe me, I was that for a lot of years. But then there are people often walk away feeling dismissed or drained. And on the other side, there's the soft edge leader, kind, empathetic, and endlessly supportive. They create safety, but sometimes avoid conflict. And they hesitate to hold others accountable or make the tough calls that will move that work forward. So neither extremes builds lasting trust. Neither creates sustainable results. So trust executive presence lives in the middle, where strength meets warmth, where decisiveness meets empathy, where clarity meets compassion. And that's the kind of presence that people follow, not because they have to, but because they want to. Leaders with authentic executive presence, they don't fake confidence, they practice calm. They don't dominate the room, they ground it. They don't chase approval, they earn trust through consistency and care. And that balance, that balance takes bravery. Bravery to pause before reacting. Notice that pause. Bravery to deliver a tough message with both clarity and compassion. Bravery to show up as, your most authentic self when it would be easier to play a part. In today's workplace of fast change and global uncertainty, your leadership presence is amplified. People aren't just watching what you say, they're watching how you show up. They notice whether your energy calms or escalates. They pick up on whether you listen to understand or you're waiting to respond. They feel whether you're more focused on the outcomes or them. And that means every meeting, every decision, every tough talk is an opportunity to build or to break trust. And the leaders who master this balance of conviction, curiosity, strength, and warmth, those are the ones that people want to follow through that chaos, not because of the title, but because of that deep trust. So think, how do you cultivate executive presence without losing your humanity? Because it sounds simple, but it's one of the hardest skills in leadership. And more than anything, it's a mindset shift. Executive presence isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the most intentional. Intentional with your words, intentional with your tone, and intentional with your reactions. Because people first leadership, well, it's not soft, it's steady, it's self aware, it's strong enough to hold space for others while still holding the line. So here's your small, brave move for the week. I want you to notice where you're leaning too far toward one edge. Are you defaulting to that control, driving for results, but missing connections? Or are you defaulting to caretaking, prioritizing, harmony over accountability? Pick one small situation this week where you can shift slightly toward the other side of where you've been playing. It's just a shift. And if you're on the hard edge, soften your tone, ask one more question, and truly listen. If you're on the soft edge, I want you to set one clear boundary or expectation and hold it. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to show up differently than your default. And that's how you build the kind of presence that's both commanding, compassionate, and kind. And the kind that moves people and the mission forward. Because when you balance results and relationships, the what and the how, you embody the kind of people first leadership that the world desperately needs right now. Thank you for spending a few brave minutes with me today. And if this episode sparks something for you, I'd love for you to share it with a fellow leader or maybe your entire leadership team. And if you loved it, a quick rating or review helps more brave leaders like you find the show. Thank you so much. Remember, one small brave move leads to another. I'll talk to you next week. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Small Brave Moves podcast. If you're wanting to take this work even deeper, I'm here to help. From engaging in inspirational keynote speeches to transformational coaching and workshops for leaders and teams, page-turning books, online courses, and enlightening leadership development retreats. There are so many ways that we can work together to take your leadership to the next level. For more information, check out the show notes, and let's do this together. One small brave move at a time. See you next week.